Welcome to today's Stretch and Flow. So it's Water Week and we are focusing all of our classes on the water theme. So this class is all about fluidity. So there's going to be lots of kind of rolling through the poses, just really stretching through the body. It's going to be a really, really scrummy practice and you are just going to absolutely love it. You might need a couple of bricks or hardback books, whatever it is that you're using as props throughout the practice normally. And that's it really. Let's make our way down to the mat. We're going to start in a seated cross-legged position. Just for a moment, I'd like you to close off your eyes and just try to allow yourself to arrive on the mat. Bringing your hands down to the ground in front of you and just feeling the earth support you. And then I'd like you to walk the hands slightly further away from you. So almost tippy-toeing the fingertips away from you just to get that pull in the upper back. Pulling the shoulder blades away from the spine. Walking the hands over to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left hand. Just feel the stretch deepening all the way down the right side body. Begin to focus on some slow, deep inhales and lengthened exhales, directing that inhale breath to the right lungs, noticing with every inhale breath the expansion down the right side and the contraction with every exhale breath. Your next inhale breath, sweep the right arm up into the air, cactus the arm. Exhale, float it back down. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, sweep it up. And then exhale, float it back down. Walk the hands all the way over to the right. Place your left hand on top of the right hand. Deepening that stretch all the way down the left side body and directing those inhale breaths to the left lungs. Noticing the expansion of the left rib cage. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, cactus the arm. Exhale, float it back down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, float it back down. Inhale, final time, sweep it up. And then exhale, bringing it back down on top of the right hand. Walking the hands back over through center. And then I'd like you to use your hands to pull your way over your knees and make your way into a box position. So just checking in, making sure that your shoulders are directly over the wrists, hips directly over the knees. We'll take a couple of rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, lift the head, lift the sit bones, drop the belly. Exhale, lower the head, lower the sit bones. Really push up strong through the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the head, lift the sit bones, drop the belly. Exhale, lower the head, lower the sit bones, arching through the back. One more round, taking it as slow or as fast as your natural rate of breath is. And then finding your neutral position. I'd like you to step your knees slightly further back. Push your way back into a narrow leg child's pose. And then as we inhale, we're going to travel forward across the mat. So keep your head and chest low. Inhale, head lifts followed by the chest. And then exhale, rounding the back and taking it back towards that child's pose. Inhale, travel across the mat. Exhale, rounding and arching through the mat, taking it back to child's pose. Inhale, travel across the mat. So we've got this gorgeous kind of wave motion flowing with the breath. So we're mobilizing the spine and engaging our breath whilst working with the core. Final few moments of this. And then taking it nicely back to child's pose, bring the forehead down. Pushing your way back up to all fours and just step the knees back in. So we're going to curl under the toes here, take the sit bones to the back of the room and come into our first downward dog. And then walking, stepping as many steps as you need to do, the feet to the hands. And we're just going to hang in our forward fold for a few breaths. So trying where possible to keep the legs as straight as you can. It's not about getting the hands down towards the mat. So if your legs are straight but your hands are all the way up here, that's absolutely fine. At least we are then finding that extra length through the back of the legs. Inhale, find your halfway lift, gazes forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so top of the mat, taking the feet either together, toes and ankles kissing, or hip distance apart. We're going to come through a few rounds of sun salutations, but we're going to break it down. So the first part, we're literally going to come through the deep inhale, sweep the hands up, exhale, forward fold. When we inhale, halfway lift, I'd like you to take your arms out to the side and shine the heart forward. Exhale, bring it back down, and then inhale all the way back up to standing. So we're just going to flow with fluidity through that first motion there. So the first part of Surya Namaskara A, the sun salutation, okay? So taking an inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, open the arms up, shine the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gazes forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gazes forward, shine the heart, open the arms. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, shine the heart, open the arms. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, shine the heart open, open out the arms. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll come through the full round of sun salutation now. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gazes forward. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. We're going to step back to your high plank. Drop down the knees, uncurl the toes, and lower all the way down. Taking the hands out to the sides in a tripod position. Inhale, extended cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, extended cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, extended cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Take the hands underneath the armpits, push back, and take your downward dog. So you can begin to paddle out through your downward dog if you want to do. Stretching through the backs of the legs. And then finding your stillness, encouraging the heels down to the mat, tailbone turns up towards the ceiling. Broadening through the collarbones. Drawing the belly button back to the spine. So we're going to add that fluidity once again. We're going to do some downward dog plank rolls. So on your inhale breath, I'd like you to come forward high on the toes and take your high plank position. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and kind of travel back towards, back along the mat towards your downward dog. So inhaling up high on the toes, taking your high plank, and then exhale, bend the knees, travel low along the mat, take the hips back up, downward dog. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, travel it back. 2 more times. Inhale, up high on the toes, high plank. Exhale, crouching at the knees, taking it back to downward dog. 1 more time. Inhale, up high on the toes. And then exhale, crouching it back to your downward dog. Taking the toes together, the knees drop wide apart, bring the forehead down, and take your child's pose. Coming back up onto all fours, curling under the toes, taking the sit bones to the back of the room and coming back into that downward dog position. Your next inhale breath, take the gaze to the top of the mat. I'd like you to step, walk or jump your feet to the outside edges of your hands. Drop the hips down and come into Malasana squat. So as always with your Malasana squat, ideally the feet would be flat, completely flat on the mat. But this is obviously not accessible for everybody, and that is absolutely fine. If you're on your toes, you have an option to take your brick or block and pop it underneath your bottom. So you're in a supported Malasana squat there. You can obviously try, just step the feet slightly wider apart. It'll give your hips a little bit more room. And you may find that your feet actually do come flat to the mat. Take the hands to prayer position at heart center. Push the knees out to the sides. You can close off the eyes for a little bit if you want to do. And just introduce a little sway from left to right. an inhale breath. Sweep the left hand down towards the floor, the right hand comes up, take that cactus pose once again. So when your arm comes down, we're hooking the left leg open. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, right hand comes down, left arm up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, right hand down, left arm up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the hands down to the mat. Inhale, shifting the hips, rotating the feet inwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. So from here, we're going to continue through one more round similar to that. So taking an inhale breath, sweeping the hands up. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, shine the heart out, chest is open. Exhale, planting the hands down. Step back to your high plank. Drop down the knees, uncurl the toes, and lowering all the way down. So this time we're just inhaling and pushing up into one cobra. Exhale, push back onto the knees, curl under the toes, and take your downward dog. Finding stillness through your downward dog. Encouraging that extra length through the back of the legs. Drawing the belly button back to the spine. Broadening through the collarbones. So coming through those downward dog rolls once again. We're going to inhale, come up high on the toes, travel forward to high plank, and then exhale, bend the knees, take it back along the mat, push up and take downward dog. Inhale, flowing forward. Exhale, waving it back. Inhale, high on the toes, high plank. And then exhale, crouching it back. Inhale, traveling forward. And then exhale, sweeping it all the way back, downward dog. Flowing with that fluidity, that wave at heart. Take an inhale breath, sweep your right foot into the air. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Pivot the back heel down. We're going to inhale up and take warrior one. Bring the arms down to the sides for warrior two. So coming back to that water theme, the fluidity throughout the practice today. We're going to come through our warrior two and then flowing up, extend the arms, straighten that front leg, exhale, bring it down. So we're going to go for 5 rounds of flowing through our warrior two. So inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, flow it back down. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, taking it back down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, flowing it back down. Inhale, sweep it up. And then exhale, taking it back down. Final time. Inhale, sweep it up. And then exhale, take it down. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left foot for downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left foot into the air. Exhale, step the left foot through between the hands. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, sweep the hands up, take warrior one. Bringing the arms down to the sides for warrior two. And preparing to flow with that wave-like motion. So inhaling, sweeping the hands up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, sweep it up. And then exhale, taking it down. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step that left foot back to meet the right foot. Take the toes together. Drop the knees nice and wide apart. And come down to your child's pose. Walking your hands back towards your knees. So we're going to take a kneeling position here. You may need to use your brick or block if you want to do, but you're going to bring your right hand down towards the mat. We're going to place our weight in the right hand. Inhale and sweep the left hand overhead. Option here to extend the left foot out to the side and pop the hips up. Exhale, bring the hips down. Tuck that left knee in, and then switch sides. So left hand comes down, inhale, sweep the right hand up. Option to extend that right foot out to the side and pop the hips. So once again, flowing with fluidity. You can keep the legs in if you want to do, and just simply take that bend over each side. So just flowing with your breath. Inhale as the arm sweeps up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, you can extend the leg, pop the hips. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, bringing it back down. One more time each side. Inhale, sweep it up. And then exhale, bringing it down. Inhale, sweep it up. Extend that leg out if you're doing that. And then exhale, bringing it down. Sliding your hips off your heels to the side, so taking them to the right side. We're going to bring the left hand down, inhale and sweep the right hand up and overhead. And just hold here for a few breaths. Mermaid pose. Feeling the stretch into that right side body. Inhale, bring the right hand up and down to the right side. Exhale. And then inhale, sweep the left hand up and over. Extend the left leg, pop the hips. Slow, deep inhales. Lengthened exhales. Lowering the hips back down, tucking your left leg back in. Coming back to that kneeling position. So this time sliding the hips over to the left and taking our mermaid pose. So right hand comes down to the side there. Take an inhale, sweep the left hand up and overhead. Taking those gorgeous slow deep inhales, lengthened exhales, and finding that extra length through the left side body. Floating the left hand down to the side. Extend the right leg out. Inhale, sweep the right hand up and over, pop the hips. Lowering the hips back down. Tuck the right foot back in and come back to that kneeling position. From here, we're going to take a gentle twist, so bring the right hand behind. Inhale, sweep the left hand up. And then exhale, bring that left hand to the far side of the right knee. So we're taking that twist deeper. Switching sides, so coming back through centre. Left hand comes down beside you. And take an inhale, sweep the right arm up. And then exhale, bring the right hand to the far side of the left knee, take the twist. Coming back through centre, we're going to slide our bottoms off our heels, come all the way round. And we're going to just take a very quick boat pose, Navasana. So it is the water theme this week, so we're taking our lovely boat pose. So options for you are to extend your feet out in front of you, arms come out in front of you. A modification here is to just bring the heels down to the mat. But taking your Navasana, extend through the spine and hold. Float the right arm out to the side. Bring it back through centre. Take the left arm out to the side. Bringing it back to centre. Sweep both the arms out to the sides. Keep on holding. If you are not shaking right now, I don't know what to do with you. Bring the arms back to centre. And we're going to lower down to the mat as slowly as we can. Slower, slower, slower. Making your way all the way down. Giving your knees a little hug into the chest. And a little rock from left to right. Taking hold of the outside edges of the feet, drawing the knees in towards the armpits. Taking the wonderfully attractive happy baby pose. So you can find stillness within your happy baby, or if you want to introduce that little rock from left to right, you are more than welcome to. So this is our inverted Malasana squat. For those of you who struggle with Malasana, it may be that this is a great alternative for you. Loosening the grip off the outside edges of the feet and finding length through the legs, making your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. Allowing a little bit of space between the arms and the body for the shoulder blades to travel down the back. Palms of the hands are facing upwards. And allowing the feet and ankles to rock out to the outside edges of the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Allow the back body to melt into the mat beneath you. Allow the front body to melt into the back body. Let yourself go. Bringing your awareness back into the space and rolling onto your side, either side that you're drawn to, taking the fetal position. And then pushing your way up to seated. Cross-legged position, facing the front of the room, eyes can remain closed. Taking the hands to prayer position. Fluttering open the eyes, bowing the head. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for another lovely scrummy stretch and flow class. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you feel fully stretched out and absolutely enjoyed to the max that fluidity, that wave motion throughout, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.